All right, boys, 26 December. We're going to look at the Deus 2 WS6 Master with an 11-inch coil. Some people may be interested in this machine. All right. You see that copper penny down there? You see that foil up there? Not all good targets are exceedingly deep. There's some good targets shallower. There's some good targets at medium depths that can be overlooked by detectorists. Depending on what machine they're running and depending on how they have the machine they're running set up. Not all detectors are created equals. Okay? I have probably showed more videos with the Deus 2 than anybody in the world on YouTube. Now, most of the videos I've done have been with the remote. The only thing you probably lose using that little puck there on that WS6 Master, no submerged water use. It's not waterproof. You can't run bone conductive headphones. It is cheaper. You can run all of XP's wireless headphone options using that though. And I have such headphones. I'm plugged into this external speaker for your hearing abilities in this video. Camera back on. Now when I cut this camera off, I'm not cutting anything out. I just turn it off because there's a car that comes down the road, okay? Or there's something coming down the road that's making noise. So there's no funny business in sharpshooters videos. Now, this Deus 2, when it was first released, if you would have taken this machine out and run it in the stock programs with their notch and with their speed and with all that stuff that's in them, some people probably wouldn't be very impressed. And you may see people do videos with the machine set up that way. And you may draw the conclusion, oh, I don't like that machine. The ID's all over the place. Well, you better think again about this machine, and Sharpshooter's going to give you a demonstration. There's a YouTuber. He don't put up a lot of videos. He's a very credible person, in my opinion. Goes by Rattlehead Detecting, Northwest Georgia, I believe it is. Well, I believe he was one of these people that got this machine, you know, and at first glance, he probably wasn't too impressed. But old Rattlehead's a pretty sharp fella, based on what I can tell. And he cracked the code on the old Deus 2. Alright, through the use of tone selection, notch, detector speed. Okay? And he had some very good success with that machine in some sites where he had some competitors' units in the past. High dollar competitor units too. Alright. So like I said, I've got this external speaker plugged in. The volume is maxed on it. I believe it will be ample to show you. People considering a WS6 Master setup, or maybe you already have one. Maybe you don't know what I'm going to show you in this video. Okay. Now, we're just going to look at the fast program. It is at 40 kilohertz max frequency setting. And this itself can drive how this machine behaves around modern trash. But we're just going to leave it in the 40 max band. Now this machine with the WS6 Master allows you to set one program up per mode, and it lays adjacent to the factory program, unlike the remote. Alright, and that's what I've done. You see I've got fast there. And then there's a number 4 program, got a little min beside it. That's the program that I have set up. Alright, so we're going to compare these two modes, and I'm not going to tell you what I've done to them. Okay, this is the program factory program. And you see that ID in that window. So you're in the wild sweeping this machine the way I've got it set up, and basically what I've done is I'm running pitch tones with a notch coming up through the non-ferrous range, stopping it at 79. All right, speed, I believe I'm in speed 1. So you hear that, pitch tones, and you look down at that meter and you say, oh, that's 80. Oh, damn, zinc and penny reads higher than that, so that couldn't be no good target. I'm going to walk on that. I'm not even going to rotate. I'm not going to do jack diddly. You see that? See that meter? Okay. Now I'm going to transition to the program that I have saved. See the little man beside it there? Now I'm going to sweep this same target scenario. You see that ID? It's all over the place. So if you've seen this video with just what I'm showing here, you'd say, well, I don't like that damn machine. It ain't worth a shit. But notice what happens. Hear them tones? You hear 2 tones there, don't you? And what I have done is I've went in here on this machine using 3 tones, no notch, and I have set the mid-tone at 518 kilohertz, and I've brought it all the way up to the number 79. The tone break for the highest pitch is 80 through 99 with the highest pitch set for the highest tone. All right? So, that's not my hunt program. This would be my hunt program. Hear that? So based on my notch setting, I know, let's see if I can get in here to it. Now I'm not as good at navigating this as I am the remotes. See that notch right there? So I know I've got that notch set like that, and I hear that tone. So it's got me to stop, hasn't it? See that? Hear that? See that meter? That's not high conductive ID on this machine per se. That's not even zinc on penny ID. That's not copper or silver coin ID. But I'm stopped on that. I've decided I'm going to a modern trash site with this WS6 master unit. I'm going to run a notch of 79 and get rid of all the fall. I'm not even going to look for any nickels. I'm not looking for very much gold. So you hear that. It's got you to stop. One push of the button here. Look at there. Now listen. You hear that? What would that tell you? Oh, the ID. You don't even really care much about the ID. All you're listening for is the tone. You hear a high and a low tone. What does that tell you? Uh-oh, I've got higher and lower conductor mixed. Meaning I probably have a skewed ID in my hunt program. See that? You see that? See that? See that meter reading? Now I'm going to take the foil off of there. It's gone. All right. Now I'm sweeping without the foil. Look at the ID on that machine. Now I'm going back over here to my, what I call my check program. Watch what happens. See there? See the ID? No low tone. So for select digging with this machine, you're going to get a more stable ID running notch. You can turn this machine into a bird dog. Now you get to set that notch where you want to. If you want to run it at 84, 85, 80, 77, what that's going to do is some of the more mass targets, if that foil was a little bigger over that copper penny, well, it may read a 78 ID. With a 79 notch, you'll never hear it. But when you get over such targets and you have this machine set up like I do, you get to hear the multiple tone. Let's see if we can get that foil back up there. Hear that? And that's how I have this machine set up in 3 tones. It's set up more closer to factory setting. But I did move the tone break up to 79. Low tone, high tone, but notice the ID. A lot of 30s in that window, huh? When I go back to my hunt program, we don't see those 30s. We see ID that even reads less than zinc and penny. But that's no zinc and penny down there. You see that? Let's see if I can pull this off. There's a zinc and penny. I think I've got too much iron in that box. We'll put it over here. So the copper penny is gone. Now we're just looking at the old zinc-un. See what you got? So this machine, when used correctly, can help you interrogate the possibility of masking. The possibility that your ID is skewed. So if you got a 81 signal in this machine, the way I'm set up, say in a power, and you didn't hear any low tone, and oh, you didn't hear any iron tone, odds are that's probably not a high conductive coin like a copper penny. You get to place your odds. Okay, but if you heard iron tone, iron can skew the ID too, and lower conductive trash can skew the ID. This 40 max band on this machine, it hits low conductors. If there's a lower conductor down there that is masking a higher conductor, you'll hear it on this machine if you've got that range opened up, meaning it's not notched out. You'll hear it. Of course, you know, you got to have your tone set up so it gives you the intelligence like I did in this video here. All right. This is a very good unit. You can run external speaker like I've done here. Now, there may be better external speakers to put on these should you choose to do so. I had this one from a previous unit I was using, and I just shoved it on here. It's probably been over a year ago. That's going to conclude the video. The JS2 WS6 Master.